Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline. I'm your host, Troy. We're back on B2B Basket to Basket Tuesdays. And the word of the day today is ass whoopings because teams be getting their ass whipped. All right. I don't know what's going on. Listen, Boston got their ass whipped. I'll be the first one to say it right here, right now. We got our asses whipped up 3-1. We let them come back. But anyway, Knicks whipping ass. First team to win the first round by 30 and win the first game of the second round by 30. It's some wild shit going on. And guess what? We about to get into it.
From the hardwood floors to the rafters packed. Welcome to the show. This is Basket to Basket, where the crowd gets loud and the takes get drastic. Breaking down every play, every stat, no plastic. Yo. We talk legends, rookies, dynasties built. From the drive to the dish to the splash, from the tilt. From the opening tip to the closing act. We got the insight you need, straight fact. No cap. From the garden to the bay, where the nets stay snapping. To the shy, where the sky and the vibes stay cracking.
Oh, I gotta put the fucking boys on the screen. My bad, fellas. I done left y'all niggas in the background. Y'all not Luigi. Y'all not playing two ass niggas. You feel me? Back in the building, man. And we gonna jump into. I lost connection to my camera. Hold on. It sounded like it was trying to connect. Give me a second. Can y'all still hear me though?
Yes. Yeah. Still coming in clear.
Oh. All right. So we're gonna start with the second round matchups, and then we'll jump into some of that the first round losses. Okay.
With that.
Is my mic still working?
Yeah.
That shit just. We're gonna start out here. Thunder's Lakers. Now, what is your take on this series? We get game one today, I believe. Who you got? What you got?
You want to go? Go ahead, Mullich.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it short and sweet.
I said
man.
Mel, but okay.
Oh, I didn't hear you. My bad.
Oh, shoot. Go ahead, rock out, man.
I apologize. I was trying to be gracious. Wasn't paying attention. Fuck the Lakers.
Yeah.
There it is.
By if everything works out the way I needed to work out, they'll get swept. The Lakers will lose every game by 20 points or more. Yeah. The way I feel about it, I don't think they should have beaten the Rockets in the first round without KD. I don't. They got two heroic performances by Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart. We'll get to that, in a second. But as far as this series goes, I don't think it's going to be competitive at all.
Which?
Yeah, you niggas are cooked. You Laker niggas are cooked. My favorite part of the season finally comes when the Lakers go home and all their fans can shut the fuck up. And just know, if you live in the West Coast or if you live in California, it's been very tumultuous behavior from the Lakers and their fans. They've been really, really high on one Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart and the old man that they're calling the GOAT and LeBron James, and they think LeBron or DeAndre Ayton is the second coming of Dwight Howard mixed with Tim Duncan. I'm tired of Laker fans. I'm sick of it. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for this series to be over. I need not even a gracious. I need a dominating sweep here. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about just a regular 4-0. I'm talking about a bad 4-0, a 4-0 so bad that they contemplating not even trading LeBron, cutting LeBron, just cutting it. You just got to go. You can't even be here no more. We just gonna cut you because you're that bad.
For 2 seconds, nigga. What the fuck I just walked back into?
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I've never been more of an OKC fan than I have been right now, and I don't even like OKC, but I'm an OKC fan this series.
Agreed.
You're an OKC fan this series. That's some shit right there for you guys. Still hear me loud and clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, because I had to refresh my page, but I don't know if I'm with you guys here. Now, I am with you guys that the Lakers are going to lose this series, but I don't know if it's a blowout every game. I do see the Lakers getting one. Should they get one? No. Like, this is not me being nothing against LeBron. I'm not going to go with it. I'm just talking about as a team constructed without Luka there, right? Should they get one? No. This should be a 4-game series for the Thunder, but we know how basketball works, and as Troy has been saying, we just don't know what's going to happen. We're gonna talk about that a little later on in the show, but some shit that happened that we just didn't think was gonna happen. But Shea got to get in here, do his flopping, do his thing, get to the line, shoot 30 free throws, and get the Lakers up out of here. It is interesting to see what happens after the series with the Lakers. Is LeBron, because I know there's a lot of talk on if another team's going to sign him, if the Lakers re-sign him, because I think this is the last year on his contract. It's interesting. That will be an interesting conversation once we start getting news, because once the playoffs end, we start getting a lot of news around the league of things that can happen. Like I'm already hearing what Boston is planning to do with trades and stuff. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, fuck the Lakers, fuck the Thunder, and fuck everybody else we're going to talk about in this show, except for Boston.
Cut that nigga.
I'm just going to say it like that one. Fuck Joel Embiid. All right. The next matchup we got, which is going to be an interesting one. Did Mel just drop out and get his GED? Mel did drop out and get his GED. I think he refreshed his page too. Somebody's streaming out been fucking with us lately. But Wolves take game 1, Mulich, and a fucking nail biter. If Champagne, that's how you say his name, Champagne.
Hey, that's what I call it.
If Champagne would have made that 3, we're having a different story. But down the road, there were some key misses. You don't get Wemby doing Wemby things besides on the defensive end last night. He didn't really have a lot of points, and his team does need him to have points. Now, there were 6 to 7 players. I believe there were 7 players in double digits for the Spurs, but none of them had 20. All right, and you're not going to secure a win that way. Like, it's good to get the others involved, but it is not good to not have your best player on the team put up the points that you need to win. Anthony Edwards comes back and gives you 18. You expect that from him coming off a leg injury. I do not think Anthony Edwards is 100%. I do not think he's 100%. And I don't know if this is a smart move by the Timberwolves to put him back in. I understand championship aspirations. And it goes a little bit with Jason Tatum not playing in game 7 because of soreness in his knee. When you come back from an injury, you're more susceptible to another. Mm-hmm. And if JT came back and played in game 7 and something happened to him, then we lose him for another year. This is a reminder of what happened in Golden State with KD. KD got injured, came back because they wanted to push for another championship. Ruptures that Achilles, he's done for. And now him going to the Nets is slowed down because you see how the trickle effect happens. We don't like to talk about that, but that's the trickle effect of why KD didn't do nothing at the Golden State. So if you think about Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, young guys that have championship aspirations, and JT came back because Boston looked at their window like, oh, we could still win the championship this year, right? But it didn't happen. But you do have to protect your superstars. So I don't know if it's a smart thing for Anthony Edwards to come back now or not. What do you mean, fuck him, Mal? I don't know what we talking about. You don't know who are we talking about? I think just said, fuck him. Hold on, that's a time stamp, nigga. Fuck him.
Yeah, that's the type of timing we on today. Fuck him.
I gotta span it out so I can see Mel just pop up on the screen. Go fuck him. But yeah, Anthony Edwards and the Spurs, Mel. What you got?
They weren't supposed to win. They weren't supposed to win that game. They was not. But it goes back to my point about Wemby, and he doesn't have the drive every night. He just doesn't have it. Like, he doesn't have that killer instinct to go in there and just put teams to bed. Like, he should have just. I think it took him to midway through the third quarter to get his 11 points or some wild shit the other night. Like, he literally had more blocks and rebounds than points.
They frying him up too. Wemby get fried up for his 12 blocks that people saying 6 or 7 of them was goaltenders.
I mean, it's all gonna look like goaltending. That motherfucker arm is long as shit. Like, but he's gonna have to get that mentality. He wants to. The thing is with Wemby, he wants to be great. I just don't think he knows how to do it.
But isn't that on the coaching staff to lead him in the right direction of being great?
Nah, that's an internal thing.
Then what did the coaches see? This is what I mean. Then what do we have coaches for? It seems like we have coaches for nothing. Like if he's not on the right path, it's on the coaches to set him on the right path to be.
A coach can't teach you how to be great. That's an internal thing.
That's why you practice. That's why the coach see things and be like, "Hey, work on this. Hey, look, do this way. Don't do it that way. Do it this way. And that works this way."
That's not how you become great. That's
how you get on the right track of becoming great. Because you have to do the things on the court great to be great. And if he's not doing the things on the court,
it's a mentality.
Fix the place. Right. But it also goes with it being on the court. You can have the mentality of being Austin Rivers think he's great. He has the mentality of being great. But is he? Like, no.
I mean,
Patrick Beverly has the mentality that he's one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Is Patrick Beverly one of the greatest players of all time?
Man, relax on my boy Pat Bev, man.
Nah, but it's just that being great. It's an internal drive that he just does not have. Not yet. I'm gonna say he just doesn't have it yet. You know,
he can get it. They just got to make sure he's doing what I mean. Is they got to make sure he's doing what he needs to do to be. You got to, because you can't let his talent go to waste. You got to definitely, hey, fix this, fix that. When you're watching film, showing them, hey, look, your spot here. You shot 8 threes last night. Maybe limit that to 3, and let's get in the paint more. Like,
so, now we're coming around the middle.
No, hell no. Hell no. I didn't say 99 possessions of Wemby on the wall. I did not say that. I did not say 99 possessions of Wemby on the wall. I did not say that. It's 99 beers, not 99 Wembys. I do not want him fucking down low all the time. I want him to stretch the floor. I want him to do what he do. But I'm not a plane. You're not bringing me in. You're not bringing me in.
No, Moolish know what that is. That's not.
No, I know what it is too. I'm just making it something else.
Oh shit! I'm crying over here, man.
Want Wemby to get most of his points in the paint.
Well, what I mean is, he's at some point that offense has to run through him.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, it's got to go through him.
Yeah, I mean, back to the basket. Give me the ball. Let me go get a basket. 100%.
Yeah,
like
right now, they doing too much with other people. I'm like, I don't care about the niggas.
I want to go to the play-by-play from last night because there's a couple of shots at the end there that Wemby could have definitely should have had the possession.
Like, you down 4 points with a 7'5" nigga on the court. There's no way you don't get a bucket. I'm sorry.
That's a fair point.
Wemby actually got his 11th. He got his
point.
6-6. No, 11 point in the fourth quarter with 44 minutes left.
Okay, the middle of the fourth quarter.
But that's where you go to him. That was his last shot with 44 seconds left. Vessel gets a steal. Harper makes a run and dunk to make it 104 to 102. Harper rebound and then Campaign shoots, but Wemby did miss a driving layup at 1 minute and 11 seconds. Though he has to make that. If he makes that, is maybe a little bit of a different game, maybe an overtime game here. But I'm not seeing.
No, he can't.
He missed the tip lay-in with 2:33 left.
Again, can't miss that.
Like, so Wemby has to make these shots, and 9 games out of 10, he is going to make them. I think this is one game. It was just an off game from Wemby. But remember, last time Wemby had an off game, he came back and dropped 35 in the playoffs.
Oh, you better do that shit again.
So I just want to be a reminder there, okay?
I mean, I'll just put it like this. You're definitely going to need more from your star and Victor Wembanyama, but at the same time, De'Aaron Fox, if you want to show up to the party, big dog.
Yeah, Fox only had like 2 points, something like that, right?
10 points. 10 points in 33 minutes. Yeah. Like, bro, 6 turnovers.
Him and Wemby had the same goddamn game?
Had the same shit, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is like, bro, like
basically they both made 5 shots.
Like I said, De'Aaron, you can show up to the party at any point in time, big dog. This is what you wanted, right? And it's the reason why I'm so vocal about this, right? Because we could talk about Victor Wembanyama, we could talk about Dylan Carter, we could talk about Champagne, we could talk about Stephon Castle, but De'Aaron, this is what you wanted. This is why you wanted that at Sacramento. This is why you wanted to be paid the big bucks, right?
True.
Not to quote Geno Smith, but this is exactly what you wanted. This is why you wanted to go to the team like the San Antonio Spurs, why that was one of your destinations. right? Where are you at, big dog? Where you at? You got to show the fuck up. It's time to show up now. You want to be and this is the reason why like I said, I'm so vocal about this, because the narrative, right? And everything that he's always been so vocal about is he wants to be looked at as one of the top point guards in the league. He wants to be looked at as one of the top young, budding, growing point guards in the league. He wants to be not viewed as just a good player, but as a superstar, right? Because he feels like he should be paid like it, even though he spent a lot of his career on the Kings. He's been one of the best young point guards in the game, right? We hear all of that. You got to play like it, though. And now is the time. We can't sit up here. You can't sit up here and post up a 17, 18-point regular season and then come to the playoffs and you look worse. After all that talking, big dog, hell no. You better do something. I need something to get active. What the fuck is going on? You passive. You're turning the ball over. Indecisive. Like, nah. No. If we want to be looked at as that top player, if we want to be looked at as one of the best young point guards in the league that's growing into a veteran point guard in the league, De'Aaron, we're going to need more. And that's coming from last series and this series starting off. We are going to need more. You got to justify that contract and all that talk, big dog. It can't just be Vic. That's what you came for, right? You came to be his number two, his Robin to his Batman. I don't see shit. I see Stephon Castle and I see fucking Dylan Carter balling over you.
Well, Wemby don't look like goddamn Batman. That
He don't
look like.
He don't. You right. You absolutely the fuck right.
In that one game, he didn't look like Batman.
But at the end of the day, if we're gonna expect one to step up his game, De'Aaron, I'm expecting you to step up your game, because right now, these young guys is balling over you, bro. It seems like the young guys should get more minutes than you. What's going on? You're supposed to be the vet. I need you to turn up. I need you to turn up. All of that talk, all of that narrative, all of that I need to be paid top dollar. Let's get it going, big dog, or shut the fuck up.
That's all I said about Kevin Durant. It's like you can't talk all the shit and not do the thing. Like it's just you just can't. You can't. Sorry.
Well, listen, I'm with Moo there. I do agree, Fox. You do got to step up, but on the other end of it, what you said towards the end is the thing with Vessel and Castle. Them guys are really good for the team, and
they are.
He might just find himself not needing to, even though he should score a lot of points. When he should be in the 20s to me. Darren Fox should be giving us around 20, 22 points a game. With Victor giving us anywhere between 24 to 28.
You're the guy with the most experience, right?
No, I'm just saying Wemby got to do more than that. More than 20.
That's true too.
25 to 28, because I think Castle's still going to give you anywhere between like 15 to 20.
And fuck,
he's really good. Vessel, but you could say fuck them, but you can't really say fuck them if they're on the court scoring and making the baskets. This is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to do. This is what they do for the Spurs. So I get that you want to go more through Wemby. You want to go more through Fox, but you also got to keep those guys hot and get them their shots too, because the way they produce for the team. Now, if they wasn't producing the way they were, Mel, then yeah, I would be with you. Fuck those guys. You guys got to do it. But when you have guys, look, 2, 4, 6, 7 people in double digits, that tells me that these guys can score. Yeah, you want more from your top two.
That's regular ass.
No, it's not. If Wemby gave us 25 last night, and Fox gave us 20, you still get 17 from Harper, 18 from Kendall, 11 from Kennard, and then you get 17 from Champagne and 14 from Vessel.
Yeah, that's what
if them two play well, that's a blowout. You feel me? But it's not a blowout, because those two didn't play well.
Yeah, you're talking about an extra 20 points. That's what the league is. The league is average around 124 points.
Yeah, extra, yeah. If they would just give you that, then you have 7 niggas in double figures. Like, that's a good team. It's just your 2 stars did not step up.
Yeah, fuck them other niggas, though.
Vessel made his threes. Champagne made his threes. If Champagne didn't take that last 3, he'd be 3 for 6. He'd be 50%, just like Vessel was for the game. The people that didn't make their threes, Wembanyama, Fox. Castle made his threes, 3 for 5.
Him taking
Harper 1 for 4. He could have made another one. Kendall 0 from 2. He could have gave you 1. But these guys are playing well enough for them to go out there and score 22, 25 points and get a win, because the guys around them, the Spurs have been doing this all season. I wouldn't take that away from them guys. I want with you. I want more from Wemby and I want more from Fox. But you still got to find some balance of doing that with having at least Vessel, Champagne, Castle in double figures, deep in double figures.
No, that's part of being a role player, nigga. You got to sacrifice. That's just what it is.
But what are they sacrificing? Wemby took 17 shots, and Fox took 14. They took both of them took the most shots. Both of their stars
you had two niggas coming off the bench shooting 10 shots.
Right, because they came off the bench with how much time of the 28 minutes and 23 minutes that Kendall played, how much of that was with Wemby and Fox? We can't just say they came off the bench. So what if Fox and Wemby was on the bench and they gave you 18 and 11? That's great.
But Dylan Harper shouldn't be taking 4 less shots than Wemby.
I could agree with you there, but if Wemby made more of those 17 shots.
No, it's not so much about the makes. It's like he took 13 shots and Wemby took 17.
Right, because that's the way the game went. Wemby should definitely take more shots, but
that's
he also needs
Dylan's
to make
role,
more
though.
shots.
That's kind of Dylan's role, though. He's kind of been in that role all season, just coming off the bench and being the kind of the microwave heat starter. But to Mel's point, he's a rookie, so
he is. But you still have to play off what's working.
That's true too. And I think
I can't take my game away from a guy. Oh, listen, I need you to sacrifice when that's what's helping us get to the point of being the second seed. He's been doing this all season.
No, Wemby is the reason why he gets to the second seed.
And I think all of the young guys really been doing this all season. That's the reason why I didn't really say anything to their point, right? Like they've been handling their business, right? And I think part of the reason why Mel is so hard on Wemby, just like I'm, hard on De'Aaron Fox, is because I know Wemby hasn't been to the playoffs, but you've been in the league, you've been in the NBA for a year, you understand how it works, you understand the ins and outs now. And we understand the playoffs are a different season, but this is just kind of a learning curve, right? But you've been in championship environments, you've been in high-level environment basketball before, right? And as far as De'Aaron goes, you've been in the playoffs, bro. You understand playoff environment. You understand what it feels like to be in the Game 7 going up against a rival, and it's a winner go home situation. Not saying that that's what it is right now, but you have to treat every single game like that. And playing passive in the first few games or coming alive one game, it's like that's just not gonna cut it, right? And I see the young guys going out there balling every single day. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter the situation, doesn't matter the time. They're going out there and they're taking advantage of the opportunity. And I'm expecting the veterans to do so, right? The only other champions that we see that I see on this roster is Harrison Barnes and I think Bismack Biyombo, right? But they're both not playing, so you're not going to get that championship pedigree, not that championship experience from them. So they're trying to draw from. Yeah, like they're trying to draw from some type of veteran presence, but they necessarily don't have it. So somebody at some point in time is going to have to step up and be that leader, step up and be that veteran that they need to continue, because you're going to need that going down the line.
Yeah, like Dylan, like even like during the like Wemby, this is a problem. Like he literally averages 17 shots a game. That's stupid. Then you got Dylan Brooks. He only averages nine shots a game. So him taking 7 more shots, 5 more shots. My bad. Like you can't. Like I get it. The flow of the game does dictate it sometimes. But in the playoffs, Wemby, you gotta if you average 17 shots a game during the regular season, that shit got to go up at least 4 or 5 more shots.
Exactly. Like that has to go up. And I think that's the reason why me and Mel are saying what we have to say, right? Because in the playoffs, you're supposed to get better, right? You're not supposed to get burst or if anything stay the same. So looking at Wemby, looking at his numbers, looking at his outlook, it's like the playoffs is a different game. So yeah, they're going to expect more from you, and not saying that it's always going to be fair, but at the end of the day, if you're being looked at as the guy, it's never fair. It isn't. Like that comes with the work, that comes with the title. So at the end of the day, don't be surprised if you're in there paying 40 minutes and you take 24 30 shots a game, bro. You feel me? Like sometimes that's what it has to be. You might have to carry a team, carry your guys to the promised land. Sometimes it's going to fall on you. Sometimes you're going to be it take more of a pack in your seat, and it's going to fall on your other guy who's supposed to be the star, and De'Aaron Fox. Sometimes it might fall on the young guys, right? But at the end of the day, you still have to show up, and you still have to be that leader that everybody's relying on, and everybody can look at and be like, yeah. At the end of the day, just like the other night, right? The tip in, right? The putback or the missed layup. It's like can't happen, brother. Like that moment is on you. You feel me? At the end of the day, they're coming to you. They're coming to the guy, and you have to capitalize.
and I base that on, and I'm a rhythm guy.
29% from the field.
I'm a rhythm guy. Like, how does he? If you don't get him easy looks, and what I mean by give him easy looks, I mean not him getting tip-ins and shit off other people's misses and shit. Give him the ball,
alleys,
to the rim,
to the basket,
the rolls, whatever it may be. Like, he doesn't have to shoot the threes. He can pick and pop from 15 feet. His jump shot is that good.
I'm with you. 8 too much. 3 good.
Like,
I'm good with 3 from Wemby a night. That's would be my limit for Wemby. You get 3 a night, back to the basket, mid-range, work that shit. 12 feet, 16 feet from the rim.
He should get easy money. Like, you should, at least in my brain, this is the way I see it. Like, he should at least be taking almost 8 to 10 free throws a game. Like, easy. Like, those should be easy buckets. Like, he should be thinking, I'm going to get 10 points from the free throw line every night. And that's 10 easy points. That's 10 easy joints right there.
Yeah. I'm with you. He does have to be more aggressive.
That's true. He should live by the skyhook. I'm not even going to fucking lie to you. Back to the basket. Give me 2. Boom. Turn. Flip it. That should be your money. That should be your money. Skyhook and dream shake. Real quick. Bow.
Well, then he wasn't
one to the top. Bow. Like, that should be, but like, that's the thing. Like, he's settling for jump shots. He's settling for threes. He's settling for fadeaways. It's like the nigga playing 2K. Oh, go play fundamental basketball. I need you inside on the block. Bow. 2-2 right here. Bow. Push and use that. I know you're not that like big weight wise, but you're big height wise. Use that height. Here, fake, come up under. Like, you have the athleticism. You have the length. Let's make something work. If you want to use that athleticism, if you want to show that, let's do that. You feel me? And I'm not going no pause. No pause. I'm not going no pause.
Can you imagine if Wemby did the James Harden and he just like the scoop under? He just picking niggas up with him. He just
lift that nigga up to the basket.
I told y'all, like, he's a fucking 5'10" nigga trapped in a 7'5" body.
That's what it looks like.
Like, he don't play like a big.
No, but I don't think. But see, and that's the thing. I think that goes.
I know the game has changed. I don't
even think it's the game. I just think it's the way players themselves are building their games while they're young to be this way when they're older. And what I mean by that is he wasn't in the post when he was young. He was dribbling and shooting threes when he was young. So now you get to the league and you be like, oh, I need you to put your back to the basket. That's all you're doing. And it's like, what? I could dribble. I could do this. I could do that.
I'm not even saying he got to necessarily go full blown back to the basket, but at least attack the basket.
Right. And I'm with you. He needs to be more aggressive.
Like, he's too passive for me.
On the other end, the Timberwolves, I want to give them a shout out for getting this game. Anthony Edwards gives you 18, second leading scorer behind Julius Randle, who gives you 21 and 10. Listen, Rudy Gobert did not have 10. He did not have 11. It wasn't 12. It wasn't 9. It wasn't 8. It wasn't 7. No 6s, no 5s. Nigga had 1 block. That nigga had 1 block. He's not on the same level, okay? And I know we want to talk about the blocks and shit like that. Whatever's whatever. Rudy did give him 4 steals though. Tremendous. But shout out to them. They did have 6 players in double digits, and like I said, if Wemby or Fox gives you 20, they kind of win this game. If you look at how it played out, it was a very close game. I mean, it was 45-45, 47-47, 49-49. Like that's this, but this is what this series looks like to me. It looks like it's going to be a nail biter, close games when it shouldn't. It shouldn't, but I think the Timberwolves are good enough, barring any further injury to Anthony Edwards. Because I think if Anthony Edwards get down, they're cooked. I mean, in hot oil cooked.
Well, I didn't expect him to play this game.
I wouldn't have played him. That's what I was saying when you came and said, fuck him. That's what I was saying. Anthony Edwards, I wouldn't, because he's not 100%. And then he's doing the same thing Tatum essentially did and KD essentially did, is try to be there for his team. And he just put yourself in a predicament to get hurt further than what you are.
Kevin Durant didn't do that.
Kevin Durant did that with the Warriors. Stop it. That's why he missed all that time with
back to the Warriors, nigga. That's fucked.
Kevin Durant, he started it. Well, that's what happened. I know we like to forget that part about KD's career. That he tore that Achilles at the end of the season in the playoffs, right? In the finals, was it?
I remember vividly.
Right. In the finals, he tore it
I
against
remember vividly.
Toronto.
Yep.
He tore it. I remember he tore it, and then that fucked up his trajectory down the line. But nobody likes talking about. But anyway, shout out to the
Toronto
Timberwolves
fans celebrating,
We
but
don't,
that's
we
another
don't
story.
live in excuse land no more.
Facts are not excuses.
No, yes they can.
It is a fact that KD tore his Achilles in the
and
finals.
it's an excuse.
It is a fact that it's not. See that's the shit that I don't like. The totality of your career. What happens in your career? Why is Sam Bowie not so great? Because he broke his leg 3 times. Like that hindered him. That's a part of this story.
Nigga might need to drink more milk.
Tracy McGrady. He would have been greater if it wasn't for.
He was ass
Grant Hill. He would have been greater if it wasn't for. So we say this about other
legends.
Legends.
Need to drink more milk.
But when I say it about KD, it's an excuse. But let's not go there, Mel. Let's move on to the Pistons and Cavs.
I'm very consistent.
Let's move on to the Pistons. And so am I. Let's move on to the Pistons and Cavs. Listen, I said it in my video I made while taking care of my brother that everybody had. Well, I said it not in my video I made. Sorry, I cut the show up last night. I said it to Mel and Mulich last Thursday, I believe, about Devin Booker. Everybody has their messages already ready to go if the Cavs lost that game. Well, guess what? Cavs did not lose the game. Cavs versus Pistons. Mel, who you got in this one?
Oh, let's see. Because I hate both teams equally. But I'm not going to let James Harden slip. That nigga had a very shitty game. He had a very shitty game.
3 shitty games so far in last series. 3 of them.
So we wasn't gonna let that slide. He did what James Harden does and not show up in game 7s, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna talk about the Cavs and
I couldn't find them.
Pistons.
Are we getting there later on in the show? We're gonna talk about some James.
I'm gonna go Cavs. Donovan Mitchell gets them to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's in 7 if you go on Cavs.
I'm going 6. Maybe even 5.
I don't know. That defense that the Pistons play is tough. And we have 2 players that shoot and miss a lot, and Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, especially in this playoffs. They have been missing a lot. They have not had very good games when they should. So just thinking about what the Pistons can do with their defense, I don't know. It could be really tough for them too. I know, not even bullshit. It could be from some tough fucking nights for them too. If they play this shit the right way, it might be the other way around. It might be Pistons in 5.
You're going to find out. That's for sure.
Now, I'll give the Cavs the credit. They play well at home. They don't play well on the road. And that's the problem in the series. They got to play on the road 4 times.
They're good enough. They could steal 1 or 2. Depends on if you want to go 7, they're gonna have to.
I'd say if I'm picking the Cavs, I would say 7. I think that's another battle for them, and then they'll face the Knicks in the next round. We'll get there.
Yeah, I just think offensively the fucking Pistons can go stupid. They can go so dry,
right, but the Cavs can too. And that's the thing. Cavs don't have the defense. Cavs don't have the defense that the Pistons have. And if Cade just does Cade,
they can. If they can get somebody to play consistently for one time in his life in a fucking playoff game.
Who, James Harden?
No. That would be that. Yes, there you go. The ex-defensive player of the year, Evan Mobley.
Don't think I haven't been noticing him. He's had some good games, but I don't know if
this series is going to come down to one thing and one thing only, and that is big man battle. Because I know the guards are going to do what they want. I know the guards are going to do what they do. Donovan Mitchell is going to score. James Harden is going to be inconsistent if this series goes 7, we're not going to see him in game 7. But up until game 4 to 5, that's when we'll see the best of James Harden. After that, we won't see him at all. Like I said, Donovan Mitchell is going to get his. Max Strus, all of these guys are going to get theirs. But the consistency that has to take place has to be inside the post. If we can get consistent play from Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, the Cavs win this. The Cavs win this hands down. If you're going to be on the Pistons side, if you can get consistently good play from Jalen Duran, The Pistons win this series. This series is going to come down to who wants it more on the inside, who is the bigger dog on the inside. I'm excited for this series for that reason and that reason only, because we have yet to see a true big man battle yet. And I think this is the series that we're going to get to see some will be tested. We going to see somebody have to, they nuts going to have to drop this series. We're going to see who's the bigger man. All that shit talking, all that big and bad, all I'm flexing. It's time to make some money now. It's time to make some money because the guards are going to do what they do.
I agree.
Y'all going to have to get y'all shit in. Now it's time. We're going to see who's the bigger dog. Now it's time for that changing of the core, for that changing of the narrative where it's like, and I'm going to present this question later on backstage, but what's the most important position as of right now, right? We're going to start to see, right? There is no position, right? As of right now, there is no position, right? Because we're doing this whole positionless basketball bullshit, right? But just like how we talked about a few weeks ago, right? We may need to start transitioning back to roles, to true positions, because when you look at the guys and all the teams that are struggling in the playoffs and what they've been struggling as of lately, right? This guy doesn't have a point guard. This guy doesn't have a true center. These guys don't have a this. These guys don't have a that. This is the problem. This is the problem. So now we're going to get guys back in their traditional roles. Nah, get your ass from out of that perimeter, just like Mel was talking about Wemby. Get your ass in here in this motherfucking paint. It's where the men live. Blood, sweat, and tears. Now we're going to see who's going to get money. Now we're going to see who really won it.
That's where the money's at, man. That's where the money at.
Watch it happen.
It's the same thing in football where they talk about, they just totally discredit running backs until the fucking playoffs start. Then everybody want to turn around and start handing the ball off to running backs and shit. Bigs don't get real important until the playoffs when the court shrinks and you're playing a lot of half-court offense and you need a dude who can just get whether it's mid-post, low post, and can go get a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, can go get you a bucket, can go get you a defensive stop, something. But they can swing the game. And I think this series, the big men are going to swing the game. Or series.
Yeah, I'm taking Pistons in 6. But I want to get to this one before Mel get out of here. Knicks versus Sixers. Mel, who you got and why you got them?
Go New York, go New York.
That was appropriate. I loved it.
I'm not even a Knicks fan. I want chaos.
Not even remotely.
I hate the Knicks. I just want chaos. I just want chaos. Pure and utter chaos. That's what I want. I am rooting for chaos.
The Knicks make the finals. Me and Mel hating Queens.
Oh, I am lit. I'm telling you that right now.
I got to hit Queens too then. Let me get my back brace out.
And the fact that they allowed the Knicks to put belt to ass.
What I say in the intro?
I looked at it crazy because I was like, "This. I know it's not the score. There's no way that's the score."
Another tidbit is they won their last 3 games by 20 plus.
Yeah, I was like, "This looks stupid." Listen.
Buwab said it. I don't know if you was here, Mel, but Buwab did say that he's looking at the Knicks this year like, bro, this is your opportunity to get.
No, I agree with him. I said now that the Celtics are gone.
Opportunity.
Now that the Celtics are gone.
The Celtics being gone, we was gone anyway. If Detroit could be an honest basketball fan now, we was gone anyway. Yeah, we had aspirations that we could win a championship. We was gone anyway. If we played the Knicks beat us again, bro.
I feel you. I feel you on that. But
we were not ready.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
JT was still up and down. He even said it. One leg was still bigger than the other, so he wasn't right. Him hurting his calf is a sign that nigga, you better sit down now, or you're gonna be out.
I just feel
could
like
we have doing it? Yes. I'm not saying it's 100% done.
Yeah.
Yes, Boston could have done it. We have two of the greatest players in the league. But I just don't think we, with the young guys, had enough experience to do what needed to do. Even though they were the ones getting us back in the game, and we should have went to them a lot earlier. And Joe Musala will get there in a little bit. But I do think if Boston gets to the second round, we lose to the Knicks. And maybe in 7 again, another 7-game series. But I do think we lose. I just don't think we had enough. Because I think if further we go, the more risk we put on JT getting hurt.
That's understandable.
The Knicks, I believe, like I said, if there is ever a moment for the Knicks to win a championship, I understand how people feel about Thunder and shit like that. I totally understand that.
Is this year?
This is the year for them niggas to do it. This is it. Because I don't feel like like OKC is, yes, they're the cream of the crop right now. But I always feel like matchups, styles make fights.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks match up pretty good against them. Not great. It's not great.
The only thing that would mess the Knicks up there is what happened in this previous series, letting the Hawks get 2 games. You cannot do that against OKC.
No, you can't. And
because OKC already get 2 games. So if you let them get 2 games, that's 4 games.
Right. And I do want to say, and I do want something out because I noticed something last night and I called my peoples and I put it, I was like, look, if Tibbs would have did what the Knicks did last night, y'all niggas would have been mad. They played 7 niggas last night. Them starters was on the floor the entire game. If Tibbs would have did that, y'all would have been crushing his ass. But because niggas won by fucking 50, it was all good.
They had a lot of niggas on the court.
It's the Mike Brown philosophy, bro. That's what that is. That's the Mike Brown philosophy.
Cat only played, man, I got to check. Cat only played 20 minutes last night.
Who?
That's the Mike Brown philosophy.
Karl-Anthony Towns?
No, he didn't.
I'm looking at it right now, right here. Cat played 20 minutes and 24 seconds. He had 17 points. Bridges played 26 minutes and 38 seconds.
Oh, wait, yeah. Well, okay. Let me.
Only 2 people played 30 minutes last night, and that was OG and Jalen.
Oh, no. My bad. I'm a week behind. My bad.
Yeah. You're talking about the belt to ass that they gave to the Hawks.
Yeah. That was the game I was talking about.
That was a statement game because Jalen Brunson was getting picked on by CJ McCollum. So
everything got meshed together.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, they played every fucking body on their roster except for the guy they got from the Spurs, Jeremy Scotchy. How you say his last name? Scooch?
What, Sochan?
Sochan. Yeah, that's the only one that didn't play last night. But yeah, the Knicks are good this year. I know in my little video, people told me, you're a Boston fan, you're not supposed to root for the Knicks. I'm not rooting for no goddamn Knicks. I'm not rooting for no fucking Knicks. I hope the 76ers beat their ass. I'm not rooting for no goddamn Knicks. But I know that the 76ers ain't going to beat their ass. And that's why I got the Knicks in 6.
Shit, I got the Knicks in 6. I don't even think that shit going to go 6, though.
Nah, Philly played like with no rest in this game. So I think when they get some rest, they got 2 days off. They'll get some rest. No, they got a day off actually, so they're gonna have to get no rest either. Yeah, it's every other day. So I mean, listen, I didn't expect Philly to get kicked like that. That's a surprise. But the Knicks are rolling right now. They got
I don't think Embiid makes it out this series.
I don't know how healthy Embiid is.
That's why I think he ends up tweaking or doing something.
Sixers did what Boston did, just later than what Boston did it. Boston brought Tatum back and at the end of the season so we can get him acclimated a little bit, right? Get him warmed up to the season. Sixers was like, nah, fuck it. We're going to bring him back in the middle. And it helped them because the series changed when Embiid come back. I know I was arguing with a guy on Facebook and he was telling me it was Maxey. Maxey was in it when they was down 3-1. All right? Maxey was in it when they was down 3-1. Maxey was in it when they lost 3 games. Maxey did not change the series. Was he good? Yes. He was good in the series. But the changer was Embiid. And even if Embiid did not score a lot, it still changed what they can do on the floor because they had a big man. And we had Mr. Let Me Touch You, is what I call him, in Nimi. Because all he was doing is he kept fucking touching Embiid to get fouls. And he got out. And game 5, he had 3 in the first half, 4 in the first half, and he was done for.
I was going to say, that's a big part of the game. He may not be out there dropping 3-pointers and dropping niggas off and getting to the basket at will, but because he's creating contact and getting to the line of scrimmage, that slows down the fucking game. So Boston can't go out and get in transition and run and gun with the 3-pointers and get him tired because he hasn't played a lot, right? Which was part of the game plan.
And you got to also look at, like, this was a bad game from Maxey. It was a bad game from Joel, but you also got to think about it too. Fuck Paul George. DJ can give you 30 on any given fucking night. So if
Very
those
good
three
young
guys
player.
are on, I think they stand well with the Knicks. They match up well with them, but they just got to make their baskets. 11 for 30 from the three, 30 for 70, 73 from the field. You got to make your basket. They even missed some free throws.
There was,
feel me?
and I'm chalking that up to fatigue, bro. They were tired
19
as shit.
turnovers. They were
Tired as shit. And
they played in New York, so they traveled from Boston to New York.
That's true, but this is part of the reason as to why the Knicks have
part of the playoffs. I'm not giving them an excuse. Part of the playoffs.
Yeah, no, we're not giving them an excuse. No. This is part of the reason that's why the Knicks have, or Mike Brown is, or why I felt like Mike Brown, one, made a good decision by going with the Knicks, and two, why the Knicks have won their past 3 games in increments of plus 20, right? It's because Mike Brown, he implements that run and gun offensive system. Right. Yes, they're gonna play great defense on the inside once they slow you down to get you to set up your set, but they live and die in transition. And if you're not out there running, Mike Brown's not gonna have you on the court, which is why a lot of people don't play until later in the game, until they're up really, really big, because their starters have gained such a big lead. Right. This is the reason why we're getting into Jalen Brunson now. Right. We're getting Cat going now. We're getting Mikal going now. We're getting OG going now. Right. And we're gonna keep running, because at the end of the day, guess what? We know they just came off a goddamn game 7. We know Joel's not healthy. We know Paul George, even him, he's not coming off of a really full-on season because he was suspended. So he's still trying to get his basketball leg and his win back. We're gonna run the fuck out of y'all. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the entire shit out of y'all. It worked in the last 2 games with Atlanta because they're young. So they don't have to really, they know that the young guys are, at the end of the day, we have young guys too, and our young guys are more conditioned than your young guys. So we're gonna run the shit out of y'all. Now we have guys. You guys have young guys, but you guys have old guys that are coming off of injuries. We have guys that are healthy. We have vets that are healthy, and we're just gonna run the shit out of you. So if you want to stop us, you're gonna have to play really good defense. If not, guess what? We're just gonna run you guys out the gym, and the score is gonna be what it is every single game.
And the Sixers don't play good defense, so you got that part.
They can know, but
everybody can.
Who the fuck knows? But this should be a good series. I do got to go with 6. 76ers can win this series. Don't sleep on them. Mel, how much time you got? I want to get to this Brown flopping.
Good. Go.
All right. So Brown came out on Twitch, and it's a hot topic right now on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Brown came out and made some comments about the last series of Boston losing, with the 76ers coming back from a 3-1 deficit to actually win in Game 7 and beat Boston to send us home. Jaylen Brown said that, Joel Embiid is good. He's one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history. But
the Celtics lost. The Celtics lost.
But the nigga be flopping. We established that already. But you ain't gonna bother me. I don't give a shit. But anyway, that Joel was flopping. He was getting calls that Brown was not getting, and that he did not also like the way that the referees were calling the offensive fouls on him. He also said, I don't know if you guys heard this part of it, is that he did talk to a ref or refs that said there wasn't a gender to call the offensive fouls on him. So what do you guys take away from Jaylen Brown Twitter rant?
Take your losing ass home, man. It's over. It's all good, baby. Try again next year. Sounds like a bunch of excuses to me.
It's excuses. And, I mean, does he have a point? Yeah. But
he also said
we all played
that they got their asses kicked. So I don't think it was an excuse. I think he was just speaking facts. But go ahead, Mel.
But I just think we've all played sports, and my uncle, when we play, said, look, we're playing the other team and the refs, dog. Understand that. Like, you're playing against the refs as well. That can't be an excuse. You just got to adjust. You got to figure that shit out.
Why did the refs have an agenda for Joel Embiid?
It wasn't for Joel Embiid. It was for Brown. There was an agenda against Brown to call him on the push-off on the offense.
Well, I mean, because the thing about it is,
what agenda though?
Coaches used to do this
so
back in the day. They would point out things that certain players would do. It's like they're doing it with Shea now. Like when Shea is driving, how he hooks on, like the defender's arm.
James Harden used to do that, yes. And then
And then when
I
he
was gonna
goes
say
up
James
there, it
Harden
looks
used to do that. All the players do that.
Right. But when you-
So Brown said, and it is other people have said this, not just Brown, other analysts, that the Revs that were reffing that game are Revs that have problem with Jaylen Brown. Now, what Jaylen Brown did to those Revs, I don't know. But we also can go back to the AI situation where he, cursed out a ref and they didn't like it, so they took it out on for a month. Like they do that. They like Jaylen he's been I guess you could say bitching to the Revs about Shea and that game against OKC. You go watch it. He's pretty tired of him flopping and shit. So he's been very vocal on it, but I don't know what caused the rip between him and the Revs that were there. But there are Revs that like some players, and there are Revs that don't like players. There are Revs that don't call certain calls for certain players and don't call the same calls for other players. And I think that's what Brown's biggest problem was, is that for him to have the season he was having and be the superstar on the team, why is he not getting the same calls that you're giving the other guy on the other side of the field? And I think that's a problem in the NBA period. You can't, but it's been an overall problem that everybody complains about. It's not just Brown. Everybody's complaining about it.
Didn't nobody live stream like he just did?
Yeah, but he wanted to get his opinion now. I'm not saying it was right for him to live stream. I would have did what Boo said at first, take the loss, shut the fuck up, and go home. But he was frustrated. He wanted to get some shit out. But he did acknowledge that Philly is a good team. Philly came back and whipped their asses. And Philly, great job to Philly. He did acknowledge that it was on them getting their asses kicked, and it is. As a fan, I will tell you, it was on us getting our asses kicked. There's no way we go down, in 7 when we lead 2 wins. It was 3-1. Like, it was 3-1. So, yeah, disappointed, yes. Worried, no. I think we retool and bounce back next year. We'll have Jason Tatum healthy, and Brown will go back to his second option role, and we'll do what we always do. And let's get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Always do?
Yeah, always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's recent. I mean,
give it take a year or two. Give it take a year or two. Tatum injury this year. Give it take a year or two.
Man, listen, it's just for me, bro. Like,
what he's saying, is it true or is it not true though? That's what I want to talk about. Is it true or is it not true?
That's some truth you've been knowing for 20, 30 years now.
Right, but so he's calling it out. Right, but he's calling it out because not only him, but there's a lot of players calling out because they want something done about it. So what as a player can you do to get the game to be called fairly down the middle? It's not just about him. It's about everybody else that doesn't get the calls like Shea, that doesn't get the calls like this one, that doesn't get the calls like that one. And they do the same moves. I watch them push off just like Shea, because you get called with the extended arm, with the elbow straight. Like Shea gives this hands push with his elbows fucking bent. I see niggas do that and still get called for offensive foul.
Well, the thing about it is, it's only a problem because they lost in Game 7. If they don't lose, he doesn't.
I can't say that because he called out Shea for flopping early in the year.
But don't allow it to get to a Game 7.
100%. I'm not gonna fight you on any of that, nigga. We should have put him away in Game 5.
You had 3 games to win 1, and you didn't do it.
And we failed. Like
you get you.
Why do I hear you out here? I don't fucking understand. I really don't understand. You supposed to be eating. You supposed to be in the chair eating.
Somebody might get filled up. I'm mute his mic. Nah.
I don't think it's a personal vendetta. I don't know. I don't. Why would? I guess my question would be, why would the NBA allow him to referee if they knew that this ref had a personal vendetta against Jaylen Brown?
Because they can't just be like, oh, we ain't gonna let him ref. If you're on a repping team, you're on a repping team. Like, and then you gotta also understand that the NBA does it too to fucking make things work out the way they want it. Like we heard from Tim Donaghy that they were getting notes from the NBA that they wanted the game to be called this way. You think they just stopped out of the blue of telling refs what to call it or watch out for this? And like, I think one of Melo Buop said it, that teams have been pointing out what other teams do from the beginning of time in the playoffs, so that you make sure that the refs keep an eye on it. Those memos come down to them just like the memos come down to the league. They know what they're looking for.
But that's why I said you're playing the refs as well. at a certain point, you've been playing this
agree.
game long. You've been playing the game long enough that you can't play. You can't blame the refs. I mean, you can. I get it. I understand where the gripe is going to come from. 100%. I know what he's. I know what he. But I still stand on.
Okay.
Bro, you still got to go and play on the court. Like y'all 100%. still fucked up. Those 2-3 calls that may have happened that you're pissed off about, that's cool. You niggas had 7 games to put this shit to bed.
And we wet the bed, 100%.
Like that's what you need to focus on right there. Boom. You had,
but I don't think Boston. Neither do I think Boston fans. And I'm not saying this as a fan. I'm saying this as a basketball player. If I'm looking from the outside into it, Boston overachieved this year. It's the same, similar to Scottie Pippen, right? When Michael retired, they lost their best players. The Bulls still were relevant, right? Nobody expected the Bulls to be that good. Nobody expected them to win 55 games that year. You cannot tell me they expected them to win 55 games that year. Nobody expected Boston to win 56 games this year. No, you cannot tell me that anybody said that Boston was going to be a second seed this year without Jason Tatum. More like 8, maybe 7-6. We were saying they could make the bottom of it to play in, maybe. Yeah, but those he had an anomaly. Was different. They're different, but very similar in a lot of ways. And just in the aspect of losing your best player and the team still producing. It's the argument that LeBron fans like to make. When it's Jordan left and he gets 55 wins, LeBron leaves Cleveland and Cleveland gets 16.
They added Tony Kukoc, like they
100%. We didn't.
Celtics didn't add nobody.
We didn't. But that I still will ask you the question: whose season was better, Jaylen Brown's or Scottie Pippen? But anyway, I would ask the question: who did it better?
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen, because he was All NBA and All NBA defense. Like,
but we don't know what Jaylen Brown's going to be. Those awards hasn't came out yet.
He ain't gonna make all defense. I'll tell you that right now.
He might not make all defense. I agree with you there. But we still don't know.
Nigga, I know. What you
we don't know. Nigga could be first team All NBA. Nigga.
He's definitely first round.
He's going to be at bare minimum second team All NBA. Yeah, but I'm just saying Scottie was first team All NBA, first team All Defense. Like, nah, he
100%. Scottie did it all. I'm not saying that the what Scottie did for his team is equivalent to what Jaylen Brown. I'm just saying 2 guys in similar situations losing their best player and still bringing the team to heights that we didn't expect them to. That's what I'm saying. That's where it's similar. So if we're looking at Jaylen Brown and we're looking at Boston. I don't think in that time, if we go back, people were expecting the Bulls to win 55 games and be the 3rd seed in the conference. In the conference, I don't think so.
I ain't gonna say that however seed. No, I would say a playoff team still though.
Playoff team. I'm not saying they don't make the playoffs, but not a 3rd seed at 55 wins. They don't expect that without Michael Jordan.
But the thing about what gets lost in that season alone is it wasn't just Scottie who stepped up.
No, it was everybody.
Brett stepped up. B.J. Armstrong stepped up.
Horace Grant. Yes. Like they all stepped up. And I say
they both was all-stars that year. So like it wasn't just
you got to play through more people on that Bulls team than just Michael Jordan. And that helped them that year 100%. It's just like this year, Boston got to play through a lot of their young guys, and it helped them out. Like people would say Jaylen Brown got us to 56 wins, but if we really dissect this season, those young guys is balling their ass off, and they're a big reason why we got there too. So it's the same thing as the others helped Scottie Pippen, the others helped Jaylen Brown. But I think we look at the Jaylen Brown season, like we shouldn't be, as Boston fans or even as sports fans, we shouldn't be disappointed in it. Yeah, the 3-1 comeback, letting it come back, yeah. I'm not defending that, but to get to a playoffs when you don't have your best player, and Troy always says it. What do I say about second options? They should be able to carry your team for the point of time that your first option isn't there. Jaylen Brown did that exceptionally well this year, but I don't think Boston was supposed to win a finals this year. That's
it ain't about winning the finals. They should have got the first round though. That's
definitely.
That's what make it look bad. Like the season was great up until this just happened.
So if Jason Tatum doesn't come back and Brown gets bounced in the first round, it's still bad?
Yes.
No, because it would have been kind of expected.
Because
then everybody says, well, he didn't have Jason Tatum. He didn't have Jason Tatum. That's what everybody's going to say.
I wouldn't say that.
But the majority of people are going to say that. That's what's going to be on ESPN. That's what's going to be on Facebook. That's what's going to be on Twitter. That's what's going to be. He didn't have JT.
They were still the number 2 seed.
No, because JT's getting hella flack right now for not playing in Game 7. So JT, you just eliminate you just eliminate Jason Tatum coming back, and it's just on JB.
He a sucker for that. I was going.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I was going to go crazy in the
Not
group
at all.
chat. I was like, I'm
Not
like,
at all.
You was feeling bad, so I didn't want to go crazy.
Not at all. I wasn't feeling bad for nothing. My brother had an accident, but nah, I'm not feeling bad at all, and I don't put it on JT. And I'm glad they sat him out, because if that nigga would have went in and tore a fucking Achilles or MCL, ACL, and the other leg, nigga, I'd be pissed right now. I look at hindsight. I'm not worried about. Listen, we overachieved. To me, great season. We shouldn't have lost the way we did. I'm with Boo-Wop. We should have got out the first round. We didn't. Eat that shit like a man. Get back next year. JT get healthy. JB stay healthy, and let's go back and run it back. See what we do to make the moves. But I'm not gonna put this shit on JT sitting out, nigga. He could have got injured again. He did. He got hurt. He hurt his calf again on the calf in the opposite leg. What do you want from somebody to go out there until they just can't no more? That's why I brung KD out because he did it. He came back too early. Tore the fucking Achilles. Fucked his career up after that point of leaving Golden.
You gotta understand. You understand how Achilles works.
Why would we want that for JT?
You're going to tear it. It's just a matter of when.
100%. But if KD wasn't in that game, he doesn't tear it there. And his career probably doesn't take the trajectory of him missing and only playing 35 games at 2 years after he tore it.
So that means he tears it in the second month of the following. He was going to tear that.
We can't say that. We can't.
That's
say
that's
how it works, though.
That's how it works.
We don't know when he tears it.
No, unfortunately, that's how Achilles works.
We don't
Bro,
know.
He
could
have tore it walking down the street, nigga, the subway. He could have teared it in practice.
That's what it was looking like it was going to happen. He's
but
like,
either
way he's going to miss the season.
What I'm saying is, if KD
it's kind of like how Clay tore his
early,
during rehab.
But if KD didn't come back that early, he doesn't put pressure on the other leg to tear it.
Man, it's the finals, though, bro. It's the finals.
100%. I said that in the beginning. Nigga tried to win. I'm not knocking him for trying to win, but that's the possibility of what can happen is right fucking there. It's right there.
That's why you
right there. So if I'm Boston, because you guys want to blame JT when it's not his fucking call. Yeah, you could be like, oh, if he wants in the game, he getting in the game. No, he's not. The medical staff say no, nigga, and the coaches behind him, nigga, he not getting in that game.
He gets part of the blame. I'm not. Everybody is to blame for this because you blew a 3-1 lead.
Not that much, JT. We did. And that's the team. You take that 100%. But I'm just talking about what people are saying about JT for him not playing Game 7. You can't control that. He's not. He just out of his control. The medical staff told him no, and coaches backed him. How the fuck is he a bitch for that? And this is the problem I have when we talk in sports. It's like, nigga, if it's out of my fucking control, how am I a bitch for it? Nigga, if my coach told me, nigga, you're not going tonight, what am I supposed to do? Beat this nigga up? Fight me for it. Fight me for it right now, nigga. I'm going, no, nigga, that's not how it works.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm glad you really want it, man.
That's not. See, now we was talking about KD. If we was talking about KD, his coaches would tell him, KD, we need you in this game. And KD was like, nah, I'm not going. My knee, nigga. That wasn't Jason Tatum. You want to say that about KD? Go ahead, nigga. He a bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm not defending him no more. But I'm not saying that about JT. That was a coach's decision, a medical staff decision not to let him go because they seen in hindsight, like, stop bullshitting. Like, they seen in hindsight, look, we'd rather him not get hurt with him having the calf strain. We'd rather him not get hurt any further and fucking just believe in the team that fucking got us to the point where we were, which was a team that was on the floor. I don't know what Boston fans and what non-Boston fans expect from JT. Like, he came back and he shouldn't have came back this year. We all said it. We all said he shouldn't have came back this year. I would have sat out.
It's true. I did say that.
I would have sat out. Yeah, he should have fucking sat out and just let them have the season and let it go.
Right.
Because for me, as a fan, I'd rather him be there to win more championships than hurt himself again to not be there and win more. If JT got hurt in this motherfucking final, in this playoff series, what do we have for next year? He's gone half of the fucking year again. He's gone half of the year again. Do you think Boston can repeat and go and win 56 games? No.
I just feel like Boston is they lost this series the way they normally lose series. When you shooting below 30% from the three, you're going to lose.
Joe needs to make he needs to start putting
live and die by that in three.
They do, but because they took it, but hey, Mulich did all right, man. Did Golden State not live and die by the three?
Yes, we did.
That's Golden State.
Right. So you have the coach.
Stop
it. Let me finish. You 100% because it's a copycat league. Boo-up. You say that shit all the time. It's a copycat league. What is Boston doing? They're copying fucking Golden State. They put up a high volume of threes. You're going to make them. Now, when you don't make them, what happens? You lose. You live and die by the three. It just worked more for Golden State because they have better shooters. They have the shooters over there. Them niggas Glocks is loaded. Trust me.
Them niggas Glocks is loaded.
Them motherfuckers is loaded. Mulich, don't leave. I gotta show you something. Do not leave after this show. I gotta show you something, nigga. I got a new toy. But motherfucker, them niggas was fucking shooting it. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown isn't that. What were they when they came in the league? They wasn't these 3-point shooting ass motherfuckers that Joe made them into. Jaylen was a slasher. He could shoot, but he was slashing. He was dunking on niggas. And I mean dunking on niggas. And what was JT doing? The same fucking thing. And now you turn them into just pure 3-point shooters. Yeah, it's gonna affect their game. Yeah, Joe has to make changes. I'm not firing Joe. Not yet. I'm not on that bandwagon. Let's get Joe out of here. That's not. Joe can't go nowhere yet. He's won a championship. He's a proven coach. Like, would I have loved it to be E-Man? Yeah, I would have loved it to be E-Man. But now E-Man is struggling out there with the Rockets. You feel me? So who's to say E-Man would have ever coached them to a championship? He almost had them there. But Joe implementing this 3-point system, he needs to put some sets in there. So when the 3-pointers aren't falling, they have some sets to run. To get Nene on the block, to get PP in some type of double pick screen for an easy basket, because PP can shoot the damn ball, not just from the three, inside the line too. You gotta get Jaylen Brown off the 3-point line, get him on the weak side, like let him work. You feel me? Draw up some sets that you're sending bodies at him to get him some picks to get him around to go dunk the ball. We're not doing that shit. We're getting sets, pick and rolls. Let's shoot the three. So I'm with you there. We died by the three, nigga. And we did it the year before that. It was that way in the playoffs when we won it. It was that year, the year before it, and it was that year when we lost to Golden State. This is what we've been doing, and it needs to change. I'm with you 100%. But is that just on the players or is that on the coaches?
That's on the players because you had 2 different coaches.
Right, but if these 2 coaches come in implementing the same fucking system, then what the fuck am I supposed to do?
They're not.
If this is what we're practicing, what if Joe? So if Joe wasn't teaching them this, if Joe wasn't telling them to shoot, Joe is definitely telling them to shoot those threes. Joe is definitely telling them to shoot those threes. There ain't nobody else telling them to shoot those threes but fucking Joe.
Especially if they're open, he's definitely telling them to shoot.
I'm not mad at you shooting
Derek White
open
went
threes.
3 for 18.
I'm not mad at them shooting open threes. You're supposed to shoot open threes. Again, when you're taking contested long ass twos like Boston, like Jason Tatum do. No, I'm not. I'm not giving them this excuse because granted it is a copycat league, but again, that's the problem. Everybody can't win the way Golden State won. Like they had the perfect setup for that shit. Boston don't have that setup. They don't have 2 of the best shooters in the league on their team. Excuse me. Golden State had the best 2 shooters in the league on their team. That's not Boston.
True.
They have 2 of the best. To me, Tatum should be in these conversations where he's one of the best rim attacking players in the league. He's 6'10" with an incredible handle.
Yeah, but what do you do when your coach draws you away from attacking the basket is what I'm saying. Like, that's not just on the players. It's on the schemes that Joe is drawing up.
I guess my question would be everything. Yeah, and I guess my question would be, at what point in time does being a basketball player take over? Like, I get it. You want to follow the game plan. You want to follow the line of the coaches, but at some point in time,
100%, you got to start getting
us as players. Yeah, us as players, we have to realize that what's being drawn up or what the game plan isn't working. So
you do realize if you go back, I'm not going to say JT so much this year, and I'm not going to say JB so much this year. But if you go back to even last year before JT got hurt and the year before that, when they were struggling for 3, JT and JB were driving. They were trying to get to the basket. Yeah, they would. Basketball would kick in, and they would do it.
Just go back to what works.
It just didn't work this year. But they are high volume shooting. I'm with Bua. Should we be doing that? No, we need to get back. Y'all talk about positions, right? We got to get back to position basketball, but we cannot get back to position basketball if niggas don't run no sets.
Yeah, that's true. That's the
big
part.
If niggas don't run no sets, how we got positions? Because the positions is the ones that's running the sets.
Yeah,
the power forward is supposed to be on the block. The center's supposed to be down low on the left side. My shooting guard's supposed to be in the left corner, while my small forward's in the right corner. I got a pick coming from this way and this way, Jordan. We don't have that no more. So we don't have sets. How are we going to have positions? And that's what's hurting basketball right now.
Yeah. And that's the reason why
JT
Boston looks a lot better
also
when
don't play at their pure position.
When Peyton Pritchard plays. When Peyton Pritchard plays, he's more of a true point guard anyway. So when they have him in that position, he opens up the floor so much and they can actually run true sets outside of a Derek White. And I'm not saying Derek White can't do the same thing, but because Peyton Pritchard sees the floor differently than a Derek White, because he's a smaller guard, it sets up the Boston's offense a lot better and a lot easier for them to create spaces or shots in spaces, get the mid-range, get to their spot, maybe even set a pick and roll play to where they can either roll off the screen to get a three or whatever the case may be, just to set up a true offense, right? And I'm not saying Derek White isn't smart enough to do that, but I'm saying the way that Peyton Pritchard sees the game and the way that he had to grow up playing the game makes him see the game in the NBA a lot differently than somebody like a Derek White, who was more of a defensive shooter going into his NBA career. So when you have a smaller guard, I'm not saying smaller guard is the recipe or the outlook, right? But when you have a smaller guard, they normally see the floor differently, which makes them play differently, which makes the team outlook or the team around them play differently. So I just think that they need just like I said, bro. Like I'm gonna bring up the question on Thursday, bro. What position is the most important? And should we get rid of positionless basketball, bro? Because we're looking at all of these playoff teams. This team, like I said, this team don't have a point guard. This team don't got a freaking wing. This team don't got a big man. This team, this is the problem, right? And then everybody want to have the small forward, or the small guard, or the forward guard. No, get back to playing true position basketball where people own their roles in their position. And I guarantee you're going to start to see more success in basketball and a better game of basketball.
It's too late, bro.
Unfortunately,
I think
it's starting to look like that. It's starting to look like it's too late.
They can't go away from it at this point. I don't see how they can. It's too many players been taught from a little boy now, like the next 8 or 9 draft classes, bro. All these players have been trained to do a little bit of everything. Most of them.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to make them do a little bit of everything.
I don't agree with it either, but it's only gonna get worse because of how the league is. They're already trying to remove the small guard out the league right now. They're already doing this.
And they already removed the traditional big out the league right now.
Exactly.
But now we're starting to see those roles and positions starting to come back to the game.
And that's what I'm saying. What's going to happen is the way you change it is, one, there are still guys that grow up playing the traditional way of basketball. A guy like Cooper Flagg, you can throw him at a small forward and tell him to do small forward things, and he would succeed at doing small forward things. He does not need to do everything. But that is what I say to Mel when I say, what are these coaches for?
Well, the small forward position is the one position that you're required to do a little bit of everything. That is the one position.
But that's what I'm saying. You could throw him in there. He doesn't have to do everything, because if you have a point guard that can pass, right? And with the way guys are scoring today, I don't think that changes, right? So you don't need him to do everything per se, but he can do everything. He can do a little of everything in that position. But if you have another guy like Kyrie on his team, what are you really? I mean, Kyrie can also do almost everything at a point guard's position, in the position. He can almost do everything.
Yeah, but he hasn't. That's the problem with Kyrie. I can't give you something I have never truly seen you do either. But he's never been what called. I can't say he can if I never really seen him do it. He has the skill set that suggests that he should be able to do it. That's
what I mean. The skill set tells me he can do it, but he wasn't trained that way. And he's not required to. But if Kyrie was 10 years ago and he's coming into the league and you say, hey, bro, I need you. Look, I see your skill set. This is what we're going to put. This is what we're going to work on. This is what we're going to focus on. And you get Kyrie to adjust to that like they used to do back in the day. Niggas would have to change their position and play a different way when they got to the league. Yeah, you think you coming in to shoot it, but God, you're going to be my 3 and D guy. Or you're just going to be a D guy. Like that you have to adjust to what it's available. What the NBA did was they took that away. You no longer have to adjust to what's available. You can just be in it. And that's the bad part about it. It's I can do whatever I want in any position I want because I don't have to be at the 1. I could be at the 4. I don't have to be at the 4. I could be at the 2.
But that's what I'm saying. It's mostly because they're drafting a certain type of player. They're drafting a prototype player, which is the 6'7", 6'8" wing.
Right. And for the guys that don't get drafted, that's not those prototype players. Those might, and they're
But
good. Those might be some of the guys that you need to round out and start get back. Why is
most
Mike
of those
Conley still in the league?
because Mike Conley is a good veteran to have on your bench.
But he's also a required type player.
No, he's not.
How many? Yes, he is. If there are plenty of teams that if they had a Mike Conley on their team, they would be a better team.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Disagree with
Or maybe not the Mike Conley right now, but what Mike Conley did throughout his career, guys had a Mike Conley. Yes, they would be a better team because he would be running the point, getting guys the balls at their spots, taking some of the defensive pressure off the guys around him. That's what he was good at.
Yeah,
what
he's a true point guard. I would give you that, but what I'm still ultimately saying is that the league has like when the last time you seen a true point guard be the man on a championship team? Not even the second option.
I'm with you there. He might not be able, but that's why I said what might make him that is the way the league is today. Everybody can score the ball.
Yeah, but it's still like the problem is, again, it's always going to be people that just want to be better or appear to be better. Like that's always going to be what it is. Like it's hard to be like a true point guard in this era of basketball unless you just you're like a Trey Young. Trey Young like he like the closest thing to like
to a pure,
to a pure point guard, like where he can do the passing but he can get you 20 a game. So like it's gonna be tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's going to be tough. Everybody looking for a LaMelo Ball type player, like even at a Cade. These are the prototypes that they want.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think what me and Moo was saying is the way you change that is by starting to make the change and not going after these type of players. Like I think not last year's draft, but the draft, maybe last year's draft. There's two traditional bigs who were really good in college, had very, very good college career, didn't get drafted.
I say this shit all the time, bro. Like a lot of this shit is what we seeing is a culmination of the last 25, 30 years of like basketball. Like I wouldn't even say that might be a little bit too long. I'll say like 15 for sure. Like 15 years, AAU circuits. Like to me, the only thing AAU circuits have been truly good for the player for sure is exposure, early exposure. I don't really see what is it doing for their basketball skills though. Like what is it doing for them to get like better at the next level? I don't really see that. I see you playing against other guys that's great players, and don't get me wrong, that's competition, but I don't know if it's really competition.
No,
I just don't know. Because it's like y'all, it's hard to explain, bro. It's just
it's not hard to explain. Just put up the picture of JT smiling with Joel Embiid after losing the game 7.
Yeah, shit like that, bro. It's
not hard to explain.
I don't see it as it being truly beneficial to the game of basketball, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't
and
think
that could be true because how far past it that they are, how far they driven the scale all the way over here to the right, and it's like it should be in the middle. There should be guys that could do everything, but it shouldn't be a team of guys that could do fucking everything. There should be guys that do certain roles, shooters
that mastered one specific thing.
Yes, rebounding and boxing out and cleaning up the boards and second. Like bigs used to do that a lot, but you can't ask your big to clean up boards. And why is he not getting rebounds if the nigga's at the 3-point line?
It's no specialist. It's no specialist.
No specialist at all.
I mean, it's just not enough.
That's but Mel says it differently. Mel said there are specialists. So they know the specialist was back in the day when a guy had to be. If you were a 3-point shooter, that was the 3-point shooter. Not everybody took threes. If you was a defensive guy, KC Jones, you were a defensive guy.
Yeah.
That's what you are. Tony Allen. That's a fucking. That's a skill. That's them coming in and they're like, this is what I am. That's what Marcus Smart should be, but they allow him to shoot.
Yeah, I think the medium is a big culprit in that too, bro, because they literally sit up here and make fun of players for not scoring. right? They use players' stat lines when they don't score as a roasting point, right? The Shaq and the Fool, right? When Chuck or when somebody else is coming out saying that, oh, well, look at this guy calling Draymond a triple single. Like, people used to have roles. We never used to say that shit about motherfuckers who had a traditional defensive role, who would go out there and lock down your best player. They never went out and said, oh, yeah, he's a triple single. Oh, yeah, went out there and just ran around for 40. Like, no, nigga, that man was out there working. He out, like, if you're going to sit up here and say that he has 0 points, look at your favorite player. I guarantee your favorite player, he was giving your favorite player fits. Like, that is what we have to get back to, bro. And I think it's not really hard to get back to unless if we have the true coach that can actually implement that and understand that is how a lot of people are winning that, right? With the true traditional, with the team that has a lot more roles than everybody's a superstar and I need you to go out there and score and you need to shoot threes. And he was like, no, bro, own your role. And that's how we're going to have team success.
Yeah, we definitely got to get back to it. On the other end, there was a coach fired already, and I want to know if you guys think it's fair or not. Was it the right move for the Magic to fire their coach? Mosley out after losing a 3-1 lead to the number 1 seed.
I mean, yeah, you get 5 years as a coach, man. That's about all you get, man. Get 5 years. Either the team gonna get better, or you holding the team back. It's not always fair, but it's just typical. It's the NBA. It is a business. I do think 5 years is fair.
It's enough. Yeah, it's enough.
It's fair. 3 straight playoff appearances. They just couldn't get over the hump, and this was just that ugly loss. You up 3-1. You know, this is how you keep your job. You
I
win
didn't
this
hear not
series.
one person mention the Magic giving up a 3-1 lead. Only Boston. I just want to say that. Go ahead, pull up. I know, don't comment on it. Just keep saying what you say. Don't comment. Yeah, I know why. I'm just saying.
But
different expectations. I'm just saying.
It's not even so much that they hit. I'm telling you what's gonna do it for them. It's the Tatum coming back. They just posed to get out the first round with Tatum coming back. Now, that's just it's that's what hurt them.
Paolo did give you 38. That's what I had to remember. Paolo did give you 38 in that closing game, though. Yeah, so Paolo did everything he could.
I ain't gonna say he did everything. He had 2 really good games. I think last 2 games was really good. 6 and 7.
That's a lot.
No, he had 45 in game 6 though. Like he
oh yeah, that's right. He had 45. But K had 45 too.
Yeah, K and them got the W though. So like, I'm not saying Paulo didn't ball. I think, like I said,
it's time to. I think Big Perk said it. You got to get the bench. Everybody that's on the bench got to go. That's what Perk said.
Probably for sure. You're gonna have to make some changes to that team for sure. But I still think Paulo is a rising star in this league. Like he got to get better, obviously, but like he's a rising star in the league. Yeah, I still think the coaches had to go. It was just time to get a new system going, new blood, new voice. But nah, I ain't really got too much to say. I mean, I thought it was gonna be a fake tough series for Detroit, but I definitely see them going to Game 7 though. I can tell you that much.
I told you they were a good team, man.
I just think Detroit is not as good as they appear. Like, and they just gonna struggle against who they finna play Cleveland. This the one team they fake wanted to play. I ain't gonna lie though.
Well, they winning 41-28 right now, so
yeah. This the team they fake wanted to play for sure. If it's one team you want to play, Cleveland.
That's what I said. That's what I said earlier. Pistons could pull this out. They play some defense on Mitchell and fucking James. Who you got? Mobley in them? I don't know if they could win you a game or win you a series. I mean, so that's why I want to see how that defense goes. Yeah, and right now it's playing pretty well.
Donovan Mitchell cannot afford to lose this series. James Harden needs to go.
No, you definitely include James Harden. The damn Duncan Robinson just hit him up for a 3, son. He said. But yeah, I get it. Magic coach fired. Moo, did you have anything to add to that?
Just that they were planning on firing Jamal from the start. Not even gonna lie to you. Word around the sports world is that he had to make it to the Western Conference Finals in order to save his job.
Eastern Conference.
Or the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm sorry, to save his job. Like, there was nothing that was going to save his job. It didn't matter if he went to the second round. It was Eastern Conference Finals or Finals.
Immediately, though.
Yeah, that's because that was the narrative, bro. Like,
I think before he left the building that night, nigga.
They didn't really like the way that he's been closing out the past few seasons. I understand the team outlook, but they felt like he should have been a little bit more successful. That's the reason why they put the perimeters on this season. Basically, like I said, bro, Eastern Conference Finals or Finals, or you're done. So the fact that they took they went to Game 7 with the Pistons, that definitely shows a lot. Shows a lot of fight, but he was coaching for his job after the All-Star break. Honestly,
fighting for my life here.
Honestly, bro, like since the All-Star break, he's been fighting for his life.
Well, you want to see a dead body? This one in Orlando. this one in Orlando. All right, I got a question for you guys. Raptors, Hawks. Who did better this season, in your opinion?
I'm gonna say the Hawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hawks. They were almost dead in the water before that Trae Young trade.
Yeah,
and that is surprising to get rid of your best player and to bring in an old vet and kind of do what they did is impressive. Shout out to those guys.
I mean, that's because I ain't gonna lie. Trae Young is a good player, a great player, but at the same time, you can be a problem too.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true.
He plays this type of basketball that was going to keep the ball out of Jalen Johnson.
9-point game now. Cavs coming back.
He like the way Shorty was able to blossom without Trae being there was just crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, but that goes to what you just said. Sometimes you could hurt the team. You could be a great player, but hurt the team. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll give it to the Hawks too because I don't think nobody expected the Hawks to be there. And to get 2 games off of the Knicks, it's not nothing to, as I like to say, recently sneeze at. But because they were bound supposed to get their ass whipped by the Knicks, I didn't have them winning a game, so I was wrong. But yeah, shout out to those Raptors. Shout out to the Hawks. I want to see what moves they make, especially the Raptors, because I feel like the Raptor team to me is like in a weird spot because I feel like if they could get somebody like they did when they got Kawhi Leonard, they could win a championship.
That's gonna be tough. That nigga's a once in a generational type of player.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like they could get that trade again, like something like that. That was come over. Yeah, I know.
Once in a Scotty Barnes though could be potentially better than DeMar DeRozan. So maybe you can fake finesse somebody like they kind of fake finesse the Spurs, but the Spurs really was just going. You would need the perfect storm to happen.
I don't know if you trade Scotty though. Scotty's in my plans.
That's what I'm saying. The only reason why they got Kawhi is they had to trade their best player.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but they kept it a second option, and
they just kept the core. The core was strong. Just your best player, and no disrespect.
DeRozan wasn't getting it done. Yeah, he wasn't getting it done.
Yeah, he just not Kawhi, gang. Like DeMar DeRozan is not Kawhi Leonard.
100%. This should be interesting. What's next for the Rockets?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is you have to address the Kevin Durant situation, and you can't just continue on having a team like that when it comes to, I guess, your proverbial stars. Because I know the burner thing kind of got swept under the rug, but at some point in time, it's going to have to be addressed. Right? He can't be the person to make a big deal about what happened in Golden State and then not being addressed and nobody ever talking about it, and then have a burner literally talking the most egregious shit about his own teammates and not address it. Like, I think if that team wants to build on any kind of dynamic or go forward in any kind of way, that has to be addressed first and not privately. That has to be addressed publicly because the messages are public. Like, everybody's read them, everybody has seen them, right? So you have to put that to bed first before I think the team can move on in a basketball sense.
I kind of agree. James Harden missed 2 3-pointers in a row. I don't know. I know everybody wants to address the KD and what you do with KD. I just think, like I said in the video I made, and like I said I think it was to you guys last episode, that missing your point guard in Fred VanVleet, who was what the season before, 26 point scorer or something like that. Hold on, let me go check. You lose him, right? You lose him for the season. Then the guy who's you get there to kind of keep everybody in their spots. Hey, you belong there. You go there. You supposed to be there. That's what you're supposed to do here. And Steven Adams, he wasn't there either. He wasn't on the court to keep those young guys in check. And I think that's two things that changed the Rockets for me. So if I'm the Rockets, yeah, losing a guy like Dillon Brooks, that's a big hit. Seeing in hindsight what Dillon Brooks has turned to this season. But wait a minute. This nigga averaged 14 points in his last season. My B. Fred not like that. Yeah, since he got to Houston, his scoring went down. Damn, Fred. But yeah, well, you got a 15-point, 20-point scorer in Fred, right? What do you do with him? Do you think that's the point guard that the lead the young team? They did get to 52 wins last year. 52 wins this year. The West is just better, so they finished 5th with the same record. Like, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. I think what you need is like I said to Mel, KD is not a first option. And I'm gonna say it one more time so y'all can hear me in the back. KD is not a first option. I know we still like to look at KD like a first option, but he is not. See, I don't understand why a team like the Clippers, a team like the Cavs, can understand that James Harden is not a first option no more and put him in a second option role. But teams like the Suns and the Rockets, they can't understand that KD isn't a first option and they keep him in the first option. And now we're all expecting first option things from KD, right? So now we get to hold him still to this first option standard when he's not really a first option. KD should not be leading your team in points. There should be another guy doing that. Maybe a Sangoon, maybe a Thompson, maybe a Fred VanVleet if he was there. But I think that's what the Rockets need to ask themselves. Because if I'm the Suns last year, or even the year but they went to the playoffs, KD should have never been my best player. To me, and this is not to harp on Devin Booker should have been my best player. Now, is Devin Booker better than KD? No, I'm not saying that. But KD should not be your first option. He should not be your first option. I don't care how good we think he is, but KD should not be a first option. He should be utilized in a second option role, just like James Harden's skills allow him to be utilized in the second option role. KD's skills should allow him to be utilized in the second option role. KD is not a first option no more. He isn't. It has been shown for however many years you guys want to say it that KD's not getting it done, but he's not a first option no more. At what point in guys' career do they not become a first option no more? LeBron's to that point now at 41. We're going to say LeBron has got to a point where he's no longer a first option. What is it going to take KD to get there too? KD is not a first option. I think that's what the Rockets need to tell themselves. KD is not a first option. We need somebody over here that can be a first option and let KD be your second option. Make KD work off of that guy because he's old in his career. And if KD don't want to understand that, waive that motherfucker. Let him go somewhere else. Or let him ask for a trade like he's been doing the last couple of years. Because I as much as I could be on the side of protecting him, I have to also call him out for his bullshit. Like if you're gonna put yourself in a position where you're acting like the first option, like I know Buwap's gonna say, or you're treating yourself like you're a first option, you're demanding the first option respect, then bro, you got to go out there and be a first option. But if you could just chill the fuck out and relax and understand that, bro, you're older, you had a lot of leg injuries now. Sit your ass in the back, be a second option, and go help a team. And Troy means go help a team win a championship. Don't be the focal point of the reason a team has to win a championship. Because at the end of it, KD, you're just going to keep hurting your career. And I don't know if any of the other guys are ready to talk, but I went so long because I got 2 black screens over here. So I know Mooley's talking to somebody. Boo, I don't know what Boo I'm doing. He probably on a phone call with some big booty bitch. He popped back in this shit and then popped back out. But yeah, KD isn't a first option. So that's where I would start with the Rockets. I would start with figuring out where I want to use KD if I'm going to keep him. If I'm going to keep him, where am I going to use him, and what piece can I go along that pushes him to the back and puts that guy front and center so KD can help that guy. And if KD doesn't want to fit in that role, then I guess you got to kind of give him the Carmelo treatment, bro. I guess you got to give him the Carmelo treatment. That's he's got to get blackballed because there's no way anybody could tell me he's anything other. So figure that out. See what you got in your young guys, the Sangoons, the Thompsons, and all those guys. And then I think you should be fine. Add some more pieces. See if you can replace the Brooks. I don't know about the Grayson Allen. I don't know if that was a big enough loss for me, but the Brooks was a big loss. See if you can replace that. And then the Jalen Green was a big loss. If you had Jalen Green there, right? If you had Jalen Green there, you would have a guy scoring more points. But then we kind of really don't know how that goes with the way it went for him already in the playoffs.
I just think they need a leader. Like,
right, but KD can't be that leader, is what I'm saying.
I just don't think he is. He's expressed to us plenty of times that he doesn't want to be, right? So if the Rockets want to be successful, you have, I guess, the proverbial pieces to be successful, but you need that floor general, that leader, somebody who's not scared to hurt people's feelings, somebody who's not going to be sneak dissing behind the scenes and telling people, oh, well, this thing and that thing, and I think I should always have the ball, and I always should get last shot, and all this other extra bullshit, when at the end of the day, that's not.
And that's why you are going to hold it to the standards.
That's not what you really want to be at the end of the day. You really want to be just the player that just can pass by and score a lot of points, but not really
be a second option, nigga.
Yeah, not really take the brunt of all the responsibility if everything goes bad, but take the responsibility if everything goes good.
He acts like a first when he's really a second.
Yeah, that's the ultimate problem. So I just think that you can be a proverbial offensive first option. When I mean offensive first option, I mean as far as a floor general going to you first, making you their first look, their first read, yeah, sure. But as far as running the offense through you, as far as you leading the team, as far as you being that floor general that the team needs, I don't think that's KD, and I don't think that's ever been KD. And I think that's the real reason as to why he hasn't been, I guess, successful outside of the run with Golden State, is because he hasn't had nobody else to really lead like that. And he's never really been a leader. And he's always had that identity crisis to where on the court, he wants to be viewed as a leader, but off the court, when it comes to taking the responsibility of the team, he doesn't want to be viewed that way. Nah, I'm cool. I just want to hoop. I'm just Kevin Durant. But bro, they're looking at you, dog. Like at the end of the day, you want to be the best player. You claim you're the best player. So you got to take the responsibility of said best player, unless you're not the best player. So what is it?
Blue Wop, I know you got something to say. You got to unmute, though.
This is, listen, bro. I'm not doing this shit with KD, though, bro. Like, for real, bro. Like, we got to stop making excuses, bro. It is, bro, because
he either got to step up or step down, is what Troy said. So I don't know what excuse you're making. He's not a first option no more, but he acts like one, and he's not. That's what I said.
All right. Listen. The reality is Kevin Durant needs to stop sending people off. That's not what we said when he got to Houston this year. When he got to Houston, we expected him to be the best player on this team. They traded a shit. Oh no, I don't know how. I don't
I
even
said
know
it.
how that.
I said it on the podcast. I said it on the podcast when the trade happened.
So who did you think was going to be the best player? Who?
I thought for the year, because they lost Fred VanVleet, that KD probably would be their main guy.
You thought it was going to be between Fred VanVleet and KD?
They also had Jalen Green, which they gave up, which is supposed to be
this is why I said it don't make sense, because if you would have told me in the beginning of the season, now which I did possibly think was a scenario, that Sengun could be better than KD. I thought that
100%. That's another option, but I'm just saying when I'm talking about scoring here, who could take the scoring load, right?
No,
Jalen Green,
none of those. No.
And not Fred VanVleet, because he was only averaging 14 last year.
Jalen Green ain't on the team no more.
Right, but I'm saying if Jalen Green was there, right?
But they traded him for KD.
Right, and that was a loss. They also lost Devin Booker. I don't know if you was listening to the whole thing.
They lost Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, here you go. They lost Dylan Brooks. Those are two big things that I would try to reverse, because I think that would have helped the team this year. But going in the direction of having KD as your first option, you're not going to win, is what Troy's saying. Troy's putting the onus on KD. You cannot act like a first option, tell niggas and burning text messages like Mully said that you want to be and got to have the ball, but you are not that anymore. Like you can score the ball 100%. But you should not be the first guy on the first team leading the team. Like KD isn't that anymore. That's what I mean. I saw your face. He's not that anymore. Just like LeBron.
He's never been that.
He ain't never been that. That's my leader.
But he's always. But Kate, you are right. KD has never been the leader type, right? But he's always acted like the front guy on the team. Yep. He's the best player on the team. I'm the one with the ball. I get the last shot. That's what I'm saying. Yep. When I say leader, right?
It ain't that he's acting. It's not that he's acting
that way anymore.
It's not that he's acting like the front guy. He be the best player on most of these fucking teams.
But that's what I'm saying. But I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you was listening to me. But that's why I said KD should not be the best player on this team.
How? Something, bro. Name me a nigga that's a top 3 player in the league that's not the best player on his team.
So KD's a top 10 player in the league?
I'm saying throughout Kevin Durant's career, since his prime has started,
I'm talking about right now.
Okay, even right now, no, he should not be what you call, quote unquote, the de facto best player on your team.
And that's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying even when he was young, I'm saying even when he was young,
the facto guy on the team.
He never proved it. He never proved it. That's the thing.
But how is it not proving it when he was the main reason for them getting to the finals?
He never proved it, brother. I'm telling you, never.
Did he not prove it by winning the 2 finals MVPs?
Listen, this is his problem now. This is why he's not being put in these certain conversations that he thinks he belongs in, is because, again, nobody truly just respects those rings like that. We understand
100%. But what I'm saying is, when KD was younger, he was the de facto guy. KD now is not the de facto guy, but teams are still treating him like he is the de facto guy.
Yes,
so it's not on KD, it's on the teams, because they're not putting the guy there.
I agree. Some of this is on teams. Yes, I agree. Some of this
should have been better than KD. Devin Booker should have been a lead guy in the Suns, not KD. But KD's the best player there. Devin Booker ain't better than KD.
I don't know if KD was flat out. I don't know if KD was just better than fucking Sengun this year. I'm not gonna say that for one. And I definitely don't think he was that much better than Devin Booker those 3 years they played together. I don't think
I would agree there. But what I'm saying is he shouldn't have been the front guy in any of them.
Yeah, but
whether
I don't
better or not. They should have used him
to me. You trying to put him in unrealistic situations, which is
but
like
everybody goes down as their career goes on.
No.
He should be starting to take steps back, bro.
Everybody, it's not about him taking steps back, bro. But you keep trying to put. This is like the worst situation Kevin Durant has ever really truly outside of that Brooklyn shit. This is another bad. But this is not a bad situation. This is not even a bad situation.
I was going to say, because even Brooklyn wasn't bad, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that last year in Brooklyn was kind of bad. You know, they went up and down or whatever.
That's fair.
Cool.
That's fair.
But I'm just overall speaking, like from a season by season perspective, the man has been on great fucking teams, bro.
100%. I'm not knocking that.
He always had a right hand man everywhere he went, Russell Westbrook, the James Harden, like bro, like he's just been in great situations, bro.
But
I'm not.
So do you think if and I know it's hard because KD is that damn good, right? But if you think if KD was a second option, I don't care behind anybody, right? If the other person was just clearly the first option, do you think KD has more rings without going to Golden State?
Who we gonna play with? Giannis?
What if we rewrite history a little bit, right? Hypothetical, rewrite history a little bit, and Westbrook was just a tad smidge bit better than him, and it was Westbrook's team.
Well,
And
I
they
think if he would
understood
have took,
that.
I think if
You
he would
don't
have
think
took
they
a
could've won
proverbial back
championship?
seat, then they
That's what
probably
I'm
would have won a
asking.
championship in OKC.
And that's where I would be on board with you guys when you say KD isn't that, right? But KD acts like that, and I think that's what hurts
That
his
is true.
team. We talk legacy. I can talk from both sides. That hurts his legacy because he could never take the back role, so he could still be great, but also go win. Not going to Golden State, but he can win. I'm not saying Westbrook is better than him, but if he would have just known, hey, he's a better leader than me, because that Westbrook was.
I think that shit wouldn't have mattered, bro. Like honestly, I think the end of the day, the way he plays basketball, Kevin Durant is a great basketball.
100%.
One of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. But I think he just don't have the best intangibles. That's for one. I don't think he processes offenses fast enough as some of the all-time greats, like the Kobe's, the Jordans, the LeBrons. He just don't have that level in him. And I don't think it's personally like bad. Like everybody just not them niggas. But I think the problem is he does seem to put himself in these conversations and then don't like when we hold him to them standards of such players.
If I'm the Rockets, KD has to be second option next year. And if you don't want that, then I'm sorry, but as much as I hated what they did to Carmelo, nigga, I'm treating him like he's Carmelo.
You can't treat him like he's Carmelo, though. That's crazy.
Get out the league, nigga.
He's still like a top 15 player. Melo, somebody's gonna pick him up. Melo was not.
Somebody probably would pick him up before they couldn't pick him up. No, he was an eye on the Thunder because I do push against Melo on him on the Thunder. He was an eye.
He was not.
He dropped off. He started off good, but then had a drop, and he never picked it back up.
Yeah,
but I know KD's that damn good that somebody's gonna pick him. But whoever picks him up, like if KD goes and he plays with Giannis, that nigga's a second option.
Yeah, but I think
if KD goes and he plays he goes and plays with Shea, he's a second option right now.
The thing about it though, those players,
absolutely,
he's a second option right now.
Those players are going to make him be a number 2 option though. That's the reality.
If he goes to Boston, he will be a third option right now.
I don't think so.
Yes, he would. It would be JT, JB, KD.
I don't think so.
And Joe Musala uses it. I'm telling you this, boo. I'm telling you, Joe uses him as the 3-point sniper. I'm telling you, bro. I know my team, bro.
Bro, I don't give a fuck what you think.
KD and PG as the snipers?
I don't see it at all.
Bro. JoJo is gonna put that nigga on that 3-point line. But all I need you to do is do what you do best and shoot that shit.
And
that might be
accurate.
The offense is still going to do JT and JB. But
I think the offense will be running through JT, nigga, for sure. Like it always should be.
For sure.
And KD.
No, not right. See, this is my problem.
KD with that spacing is a different KD.
This is why niggas is killing KD right now on TikTok because of statements like that, boo-wop. It's JT and KD. When KD's at the point in his career where he should be taking a back seat.
That's okay. He can take a back seat too. He can take a back seat to Jason Tatum, nigga.
Both of them. Because that nigga needs to be a Ray Allen right now, nigga. A 3-point sniper.
No.
That's what I be selling teams right now.
I don't want
to bring the ball up. I don't want to be the first one. I want to be a 3-point sniper, nigga. Send me a
this is the problem with KD. You got to keep putting him in these perfect ass fucking situations.
That's not
make him a number 3. Make him no. He's an all NBA player still, nigga.
That's not
fuck out of here.
True. That's not
fuck
true.
out of here.
That's not true because he's diminishing in what he can do for a team and leading up to a championship, being the best guy to lead you to a championship. He cannot do that no more. So it is
that don't mean you need to be a third option, nigga.
It's okay for him to be a third option on teams that need him to do a particular thing, and that's shoot the fucking ball.
You just want him
That's
on
all
your
I'm
team
saying.
in a particular situation like that.
That's
Nigga,
all I'm saying.
that'd be one of
That's
the
all I'm saying.
scariest fucking trios ever created, nigga.
That's
Fuck out of
yeah,
here.
because KD will take a back seat.
Because he's not a fucking third option right now in his career.
He doesn't have to be a third option, but he should be on
I think it depends on the team, though.
Right, he should be on Boston.
Man, on that team right there, brother, that is a perfect type situation.
Nuggets, if the KD goes to the Nuggets, what option is he?
Second.
If he's a second option.
Nah, he's the third, man. Jamal Murray.
Second.
Fuck?
Fuck no! Not over Jamal Murray. No. No.
And again, another perfect situation. He just stay putting this nigga in perfect situation.
I'm just saying.
Jamal Murray would never be a second option over KD.
To me, I'm not looking at perfect situation. I'm just naming teams with guys and asking to fit my point of KD being taking a back seat. I'm naming teams that he will go to and have to take a back seat. It's not about a perfect situation. I'm saying KD should be willing right now to start taking back seats.
Not to Jamal Murray.
Third option on Boston, second option on the Pistons, 100% second option on the Pistons. You feel me? Do you feel me? If he goes play with Kawhi right now, who's the first option?
Kawhi probably, but
Kawhi.
It don't matter. That's a more. I would respect that decision to go there, even though that's nasty as fuck. But it's not nasty. It's just nasty from a legacy standpoint. Well, we're not talking about
he's staying with the Rockets. They're gonna retool and they're gonna be back.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, E-Man has to figure out if he keeps KD, how does he use him? And that's what every single player on the floor. And if I'm E-Man, all I'm doing is I'm using him as a three-point sniper. I'm Mel right now talking about Wimby in the paint. I'm using him as a three-point sniper. That's what KD career is right now to me.
You cannot limit his game to that, bro.
Right now, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
This nigga is not 25, bro.
It don't matter. His game still suggests that he can do a little bit more than fucking just stand in the corner and shoot threes. Like, what the fuck?
Nobody said stay in the corner and shoot threes. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Did I say that?
I said
three-point sniper. Three-point sniper means all picks on the wing, top of the
specific
team.
role, though.
Like, nigga, you gonna shoot these, you gonna snipe the shit out these motherfuckers. That's what you gonna do.
Because if you come to the team, you can't be the number one and you can't be the leader. So you have to find a specific role.
He's still one of the best clutch. He's still one of the best. He's still one of the best clutch.
He getting 15
touches,
scorers. But he getting those touches off double picks, backdoor screens, nigga, and getting to the 3-point line. That's where he getting his touches from.
So you're gonna turn him into Klay Thompson?
Exactly.
No,
Ray Allen. That's what I said. Turn that nigga into Ray Allen, a 3-point sniper at the end of his career.
Man,
that's what James doing. That's what James
Ray
doing.
Allen has never been. James who? James who?
James Harden.
You're not watching James Harden. You don't know what you're talking about.
James Harden is fucking the second option right now. What are we talking about?
Why? Okay, a second option. He's not a third fucking option. He's been a second option the last 5 years.
Because of the team that he's on.
Kevin Durant, you just tried to make him a third option, nigga.
On Boston, because they have 2 great stars on their team where they don't need him to be a second
third option. He's not no fucking third option.
Every other place I put him, he's a second option. So what are we talking about here? You gonna hop on Boston? Move on. Nigga.
He's not a third option, nigga.
He's a third option on Boston. I'm sorry. Second option on the Pistons.
I'm not even trying to hate. I'm just
third option
thinking about Joe. I'm just thinking about Joe. I might put that nigga third option.
Jaylen Brown is to think Jaylen Brown is over Kevin Durant. Like
nobody say he's over him, and that's what you're mistaken. Nobody said they're better than KD. But as a role, as I'm using him, as I'm a fucking coach, and I have to say, how do I use my chess pieces? That's what I'm using him as. Why am I going to use him as anything else when he is that, they don't fucking win?
Because he's a better game. He's a better closer.
He can't win with the way he's playing. So let him close the
game. as a number one option.
15 touches, nigga. He's a sniper. That's what he does.
Better closer though.
He'll be the best closer. He'll be the best closer on that team. I would trust Kevin Durant to get a bucket over both them niggas at the end of a game.
I might be with you, but that does not make him not the third option.
I just don't see it.
I see it on 2 teams. I see it everywhere else.
Because I've seen him go over in multiple OT fourth quarter. Like I don't know if I'm gonna trust that nigga to get a bucket, man.
Listen, we'll
I'm
figure it
trusting
out.
the whole
But
team.
I'm just saying, put him on fuck Boston. Like I said, you guys think a second on the Nuggets. I think he might be a third. I still
Not
run
over
the
Jamal.
offense the way
No.
we run it, but I use KD in a spot that we wanted to use Michael Porter Jr., which is sort of a 3-point sniper, spot up shooter, bro.
Hell no.
That's how I would use him on the Nuggets. I'm not fucking trolling. I'm being dead ass. That's how I would use him on the Nuggets, nigga. What do they need? Scoring. Outside of what? Jokic, right? Let Murray do his thing with the ball, and then give KD 15 to 18 shots.
Murray not gonna do nothing though. KD gonna get 20 shots.
KD said I'm still dropping 26 on the Nuggets, nigga. Look, that might be the case,
Murray gonna miss at least half the shot.
That might be the fucking case. I'm not opposed to it, but you can't say act like it's unrealistic that KD does need to take a back seat. I'm sorry.
I just don't think he's a leader. He's never been a leader. You stop
It's
trying
not
to
even leading to me. I think the way you can use him at his age right now to put less stress on him so you have him all year round
for sure.
and keep him in a flow is to make him a 3-point sniper. Now, does every 3-point shooter or 3-point sniper in the game sit in the corner today? No, the fuck they don't. So I don't know where Boo-Wop's getting that from. These niggas come off screens, they come off picks, and they fucking snipe them niggas. Like that's what they do.
They also have a dribble though too. That's
right. I'm not saying he can't dribble the ball. I'm just saying, nigga, you getting 15 shots, nigga, and it might be 12. Depending on what team it is, it might be 12. But KD got to take a step back, man.
Almost in the rotation of the game at the end of the day.
We're gonna close out there. We talked a little bit about the Nuggets. Blazers we'll get to another time. Mulich, take us out.
Hey man, you already know what it is. Make sure you guys tune in to the rest of the show throughout the rest of the week. Gentlemen's Talk, basket to basket off the glass. Where we coming at y'all with a fire show. Gentlemen's Talk is coming at y'all with a crazy music show, so don't miss it. And then you already know football season don't stop just because NFL season is over. Inside the Huddle, talking that ish. Back at y'all on Fridays. Make sure you guys tune in, keep liking, commenting, subscribing. You already know we're going to not stop until we get that plaque in the back. So keep coming back so we can keep going up. We're going to see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
If it's hoops, we map it. No story, we're lacking. Every week, bring the heat like a fast break happening. So lace up, tune in, let the energy rise. Where the game meets the mic.